I think our DNA remembers God. That's why it's hard for us to believe that God is mean. I just got off the phone with Tony Campolo. He called to see how I was progressing with my leg. And we started talking about DNA and how I'd been saying in my ramblings and in my been thinking about this, that our DNA remembers God. I really believe that's why we long for home. I believe that's why there's that longing in the heart of every man and woman and boy and girl to know God. You long, I'm speaking from my experience, I don't know about you, but I believe if you're the human race, you have DNA. Well, he told me, Tony Campolo told me, that the guy who discovered the DNA, I believe, it's something about genome code, I know nothing about all DNA, but anyway, he believes that there is a part of the DNA that remembers God. I told Tony, I said, I believe our DNA remembers God. He said, well, you're thinking pretty brilliantly, because Tony Campolo said I was brilliant. But the thing is, I think that's the truth. I think our DNA remembers God. That's why it's hard for us to believe that God is mean. I believe the true and living God is kind and gracious and loving and merciful and good. And the reason I believe that is because something in me won't let me believe anything else. Something in me remembers walking with Him in the cool of the day. Something remembers Him throwing us in the air like parents have been doing forever, you know? I mean, the Garden of Eden. But we're not going back to the Garden of Eden. We're going to the New Jerusalem. And, you know, I don't know what we're going, to be honest with you. All I know is Jesus is saying, come follow me. And I want to follow Him. Something in me wants to. I don't do a very good job of it. But I want to. I want to invite the interruptions and look for God in all of them. I want to, but I still get ticked off with interruptions. I'm trying to make my knee-jerk reaction to put down the computer, stop whatever I'm doing, and enjoy the interruption. Because usually once I get into it, I have a great time, you know. Get into talking with someone about whatever, you know. It has to do with God or eternity or life, how to live it, you know. So anyway, I thought that was cool. There is an article coming out by the guy who discovered the genome of the DNA, whatever, in Time Magazine or one of those big magazines, where he's going to talk about there's a part of the DNA that remembers God, that has a longing for God. So I thought that was interesting.